So I'm a part of the writers for a really fun fan blog called Fan Fun with Damian Lewis, which I came to on a Google search when I was first a fan of Damian Lewis, followed the blog for some time, started to comment regularly, and then came up with an idea for an article and was invited to participate. It's a really great blog. Damian even reads it, which is really fun, and the team has cultivated a really nice relationship with Damian, and it is his birthday today. And we were invited as members of the blog and members of the community of fans to bake birthday cakes for Damian for his birthday. It really didn't take much to get me to agree. Really fun idea. So one of my favorite shows that Damian's ever done was a TV detective drama called Life, and he played a character named Charlie Cruz on that show, and that character really loved fruit. And with me being the Queen of Christmas, Charlie Cruz loving fruitcake, it all kind of came together. So I decided to make a fruitcake for Charlie Cruz. There had even been a Christmas episode on the show where Charlie did in fact try a fruitcake, and I don't think he liked it. I pulled out my DVD even of Life to try to find the episode, but unfortunately it's on season 2 and I don't have season 2, I only have season 1. But luckily the blog had covered all of the seasons of Life and all the episodes, and I was able to find the quote I had been thinking of. There's a distinct possibility that this is not fruit or cake. And when I looked up fruitcake recipes, I was kind of shocked at how labor intensive they are. But I was lucky enough to find an icebox fruitcake. Icebox cakes are generally made with cookies and refrigeration, so they're a real shortcut, easy type of recipe. And this one seemed to fit the bill. It got the job done, and it didn't take me multiple days and a whole pantry's worth of ingredients. I actually happened to have everything on hand to make this, so that was even more perfect. Made it feel even more destined to be. So I got to it, although I did cut that recipe down. Holy crap, 54 slices, Jesus Christ, I'm not trying to make cake for an army. Whew! So I used my kitchen scale, and after I gathered all my ingredients, I started separating them out and weighing out a fourth of those ingredients. It still made a pretty decent sized loaf, but it wasn't the 54 slices that I was gonna make if I'd made that full recipe. Here I am crushing up my graham crackers. I don't own a rolling pin, don't at me. So there's all my ingredients measured out, and then it's a pretty easy recipe. You just pour everything into the bowl except for the evaporated milk and the marshmallow, because you're going to heat that up and melt that on the stove top. It's almost like a Rice Krispie treat, where you kind of mix up the wet ingredients and then blend it with the dry ingredients and then let it kind of set. So it was a nice, easy recipe. There was some candied walnuts, some pecans, coconut, raisins, cherries. So all sorts of nice, sweet, tasty things. It smelled awesome. The only thing I kind of winged it on was I added some cinnamon to it, just for a little extra something. There's me dumping in some cinnamon. I didn't figure that was gonna ruin it. It's just cinnamon. Cinnamon's delicious. Why not? It smelled really good. All those dry ingredients mixed together it smelled like Christmas. It smelled really good. So had that all blended together, and then went over to the stovetop and melted the marshmallow and the evaporated milk together. once that was all melted together, I poured it into the bowl with the dry ingredients and then stirred them all together till it was well mixed. Then I put parchment paper in my loaf pan and spooned the mixture into that and pressed it down so that it created like a little loaf, and stuck that in the fridge to chill for 6 hours. So after 6 hours, it had definitely set up into a loaf. It was actually more like a bar than a cake, but that was okay. It still tasted great. We are legally obligated to say bar like that in Minnesota. Like, if we don't say it like that, they put us in jail. So just FYI, if my Minnesota accent was just leaping out of the screen to you there. And that's what it looks like in front of my Christmas tree. And that's what I look like in front of my Christmas tree. And then it was the big day, which is today as I record this. It is Damian's 51st birthday today. And the post went live shortly before midnight of his birthday with all, I believe, 53 of his cakes. There had been a goal of having 51, and they actually exceeded it. And the post, I really encourage you to go check it out. It's in my description box. Go check it out. It's so cool. Like, the post starts with all the blog contributors and their cake contributions, and then goes from there to various fans and folks across the whole world. There's a breakdown at the end of the post about like how many continents, how many countries, how many states, how many different shows, how many different themes were represented. So much fun, so much creativity, so much love for Damian for his birthday, and so many sweets. Like, this post will make you hungry though. I know, as I laid in bed last night and read the whole thing, I have never wanted a slice of cake more in my entire life. It looked so good. So good. I wanted all the desserts. And I'm sure that Damian felt the same way. Which, it's really good that the 51st cake on the list was actually for Damian himself. This cake was actually made right by his house and sent it to him, and he received it as verified on the Twitters, posted this adorable tweet and a sweet mischievous picture. He pretty much is 15 at heart. Oh, Damian, we love you. And his appreciative retweeting of the article was super great to see. Thank you so much to Damian. Thank you to FanFun for letting me be part of something so fun and creative. And thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.